Right now, Logan Paul and KSI are facing a $67.7 million lawsuit that threatens to bankrupt their entire beverage empire. They are being sued for allegedly failing to pay for the very bottles they ordered, simply because they can no longer sell them. The drink that people once fought in supermarkets to buy for $100 is now being dumped in clearance bins for less than $1. In the UK alone, Prime's profits have collapsed by a staggering 91% in just 1 year. And while their sales are free-falling, the controversies are piling up. From being banned in Australia and New Zealand for dangerous caffeine levels, to facing class action lawsuits over forever chemicals found in the drink, the brand is crumbling. So, how did a company valued at $3.2 billion go from the top of the world to being sued for millions in just 24 months? Let's find out. To understand why this lawsuit is the nail in the coffin, we have to look at the contract. Prime didn't just forget to pay a bill, they broke a massive promise. In April 2024, Refresco, one of the world's largest bottling companies, filed a lawsuit claiming that Prime had committed to ordering a specific volume of drinks for 3 years. But when the time came to place those orders, Prime went silent. According to court documents, Prime's team knew they couldn't sell the inventory they had already produced. Refresco had invested millions into custom production lines, specifically for Logan and KSI brand, expecting the hype to last forever. When Prime stopped ordering, Refresco was left holding the bag. They are now seeking $67.7 million in damages. And this isn't the only bridge they burned. Prime is also being sued by a supplier called Agrovana for $13 million. Agrovana claims Prime ordered ingredients for their drinks, but then refused to accept the delivery or pay for them. The pattern is clear. Prime overestimated their own popularity, ordered way too much stock, and when the sales crashed, they tried to walk away from the bill. But why did they stop ordering? Because the financial reality of Prime is even worse than the lawsuits suggest. When Logan Paul went on podcasts, he bragged about a $3.2 billion valuation. He claimed they were doing $1.2 billion in sales.
It did $1.2 billion in revenue in their second year.
You guys just say fuck it and just... The honest answer? When we both hit that B.
I'm out this bitch when I hit that B.
I'm out.
But the official financial reports from the UK tell a completely different story. In 2023, Prime UK generated £112 million in revenue. But in 2024, that number plummeted to just £33 million. That is a 70% drop in revenue in a single year. But revenue is just sales. What about profit? That's where it gets catastrophic. In 2023, their profit was £3.72 million. In 2024, it collapsed to a mere £300,000. That is a 91% decrease in profit. For a company that claims to be worth billions, making only £300,000 in one of its biggest markets is a disaster. The rocket ship didn't just slow down, it crashed. The sales didn't drop by accident. They dropped because parents and governments finally realized what was actually inside the cans. In mid-2023, Logan and KSI launched Prime Energy. To capture the market, they packed it with 200 milligrams of caffeine. To put that into perspective, a can of Coca-Cola has about 34 milligrams. A Red Bull has 80 milligrams. Prime had nearly 6 times the caffeine of a Coke and 2.5 times that of a Red Bull. Doctors immediately warned that this amount of caffeine could cause heart palpitations, extreme anxiety, and digestive issues in children. The exact demographic Prime was marketing to, with bright colors and influencer collabs. The backlash was swift. New York Senator Chuck Schumer publicly called for an FBI investigation. But other countries didn't wait for an investigation, they just banned it. Australia and New Zealand banned Prime Energy completely. Schools across the UK and US started confiscating bottles at the door. The narrative shifted overnight from cool YouTuber drink to health hazard. But if high caffeine was the only problem, they might have survived. The real blow to their reputation came from a class action lawsuit filed by Elizabeth Castillo in August 2023. Prime marketed itself as a better-for-you hydration drink with clean ingredients. But independent testing cited in the lawsuit alleged that the grape flavor contained PFAS, Synthetic chemicals, often referred to as forever chemicals, because they don't break down in the human body. These chemicals are linked to immune system damage and cancer. While Prime has denied the allegations and the legal battle is ongoing, the damage was done. They sold a product to kids on the premise of health, while allegedly pumping it full of synthetic toxins. Even without the lawsuits and the chemicals, Prime had a fundamental business problem. The product simply didn't taste good. Hype can sell the first bottle, only quality sells the second. Once the viral trend faded, people realized they were drinking over-sweetened syrup.
Ooh, smells a bit high.
What is that flavour you got there?
Tropical punch, it says.
Oh, Jesus.
Loosely. You've just
It's like-
come from the Maldives.
No,
How
it's
tropical is
like
that?
swallowing perfume. What is that?
When Gordon Ramsay, one of the most trusted palates in the world, says your drink tastes like perfume, you have a problem. And it wasn't just him. Top streamers like XQC and Kai Cenat, who share Prime's exact demographic, visibly gagged when tasting it. This led to the current situation in retail stores. Bottles that were scalped for $100 on eBay are now sitting in clearance bins for 99 cents, and nobody is touching them. The scarcity was artificial, the demand was fake, and now the inventory is rotting. The final pillar of Prime's collapse is the reputation of its creators. A brand is only as trusted as the people behind it. And lately, trusting Logan Paul has become a dangerous game. While Prime was facing scrutiny, Logan Paul was exposed for his NFT project, Crypto Zoo.
It's a really fun game that makes you money.
A fun game that earns you money. How much did you guys make from Crypto Zoo?
I lost around $50,000 in Crypto Zoo.
I lost $40,000.
I lost around $15,000 US.
I lost $25,000.
$120,000.
$500,000 Australian.
Investigative journalist CoffeeZilla revealed that Logan's project cost his own fans millions of dollars. Logan promised refunds, but for a long time, nothing happened. This painted him not as a businessman, but as a scammer. Then came Lunchly, a partnership with MrBeast and KSI to sell prepackaged meals. When veteran YouTuber Dan TDM criticized them for selling crap to kids, KSI didn't handle it with grace. He attacked Dan TDM, mocking him in videos. The internet turned on them instantly. KSI recent song, Thick of It, became the most disliked piece of content, gathering millions of dislikes. The Prime curse is real. The lawsuits, the bans, the terrible taste, and the ruined reputations have all combined to destroy the brand. Logan Paul and KSI wanted to sell Prime to Coke or Pepsi for billions. They wanted the exit, but they got greedy. They cut corners on quality, ignored health regulations, and treated their suppliers like they were disposable. Now, instead of $1 billion check, they are facing a $67 million bill. Prime didn't just fail, it was exposed. Let me know in the comments. Would you still drink Prime after knowing about the chemicals? I'll catch you in the next video. Goodbye.